Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Genshin Impact. We finally have some, we had content the whole time, but boy howdy, was there like a long stretch of time where we were just falling from the sky, strumming on a harp, and like hitting balloons. Balloons is my favorite. But I digress. Today, my friends, we finally have access to the brand new event. This is something that people have been hyping up pretty hard, and I've kind of been thinking well, basically, I just feel like it's going to be like every other event has kind of been, which is basically like something to do for probably not that much time, but it's something. So here we go. So yeah. I think the way this is going to be layered out, and I could be wrong, but I feel like this is going to just be exactly what it seemed like it was going to be, which is just tons of enemies, just tons of tiny little kind of hilly churls and whatnot with cool different like twists on it. I do think it'll be interesting in that regard, but I don't think this is going to be something that you're going to like. I think the one thing people really desperately desire in Genshin, like there's a group of community which I'm also a part of. I'm part of every part of the community, it turns out. I like a lot of things, but there's a group of the community that's just like, I just like to have fun, jump in, get some primo gems whenever there's a new character, maybe go for them. That's it. I like being a part of the community. I like the little game modes of events that I can play with my friends. I can pull people who ordinarily wouldn't play games with me, show them this event, and then they get excited, and then they maybe come in. But then there's a group of people who I'm also a part of, which is the group of I need something to chase, I need something to aim at, I need something to get. Or else it just feels meaningless and pointless. Some people understand that to be challenge. Others decide that's like, okay, I just need some place for my effort to be aimed at, or else my effort is just meaningless. You know what I mean? It's like if I yes, I can do a lot of damage. I've got the best artifacts. But what's the point of that if there's nothing in the game that like requires me to have that? No, I think that's a dangerous slope, because the way progression works in this game, progression is halted immensely, and that kind of lowers the barrier of entry for a lot of people. But nevertheless, I get that. But for me and etc., it would be something like housing. I would love if they introduced housing, and it was like honestly like a big list of like things that you could farm daily that isn't resin. So like apples, or like if they introduced a new material where like you can only get at the max 100 every day, but it costs like 50 per upgrade. But if you did this every day, you'd eventually have like your house, you'd live in a mansion, you'd have like I hope they go big with the housing too. I hope it's not just like a little fucking shed where you can like put a wolf head on or something, you know. So yeah. I digress. We'll see if we ever get housing in this level game. But let's jump and start doing this quest. I kind of have already feelings of what it's most likely going to be, but we'll see. Could be dead ass wrong. So for those guys who are utterly lost, outside of like the opinionated nonsense of myself, essentially, this is an event where you're going to be in a battle arena with waves and waves of enemies, kinda, and the rewards. That's all. But the thing that like shocks me to some extent. Sorry, we're gonna get to the event. I'll explain in a minute, but there's so many ideas for this game, and I feel like MiHoYo does them, but does them sometimes in like the way that you're like, no, not that way. The whole point of this was for this to be a byproduct of it, and you took that out. So what the hell? Like, for instance, the idea of like a wave-based survival battle arena sounds fantastic, but what doesn't sound fantastic is you beat it once, and then it's done. Then that's it. What sounded cool, and I think why people were like, hey, I want a wave-based survival thing, was because they wanted another way to get the resources that they constantly have to farm. And it'd be cool if like you could at a most 50 drops from the arena, from the enemies every single day, and a reset daily. So then you're like, okay, now this is another thing for me to get done, and this way I don't have to jump around the map and like go to this person, get the resources, go to this person, get the resources, maybe even increase the rarity of the resources drop, so there's a slightly better drop chance. So there's incentive now, and now there's another thing to do, but there's an incentive to do it. And yes, the incentive is to level up your weapons that you may like, but there's not exactly a need for high level weapons unless you're just starting out, which you might very well be, but I digress. That's the general vibe. Yes. Hello, random stranger who's just sitting in the cold rain and probably pissed. But hi. Actually, I love the rain too. If you didn't get like, well, you won't get hyperthermic from the rain. Anyways, unless it's cold as shit. Anyways, Hey traveler, things, hilly churls, kill 'em all, yup, trouble, all that. Can't hurt to lend you my ears, boom. Lately I've seen some sketchy hombre. It's so fucked up. Sorry, some bad motherfuckers out there. Got it. We're gonna go. It's a hilly churl nonsense. Got it. Killing them. To that, helping them. All of it. Now, I wouldn't claim to be that strong. I'm not paying attention to the story, so I don't get. I consider it done. Let's do it. Genocide, horribleness. Please, no. God, not like this. I do believe you can just spawn on it. Yes, which is lovely. Yeah, thank God. I mean, it's just a little thing, but just walking over there. Ah. But yes. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this event. This is what we are going to be playing for a God damn it, for a whopping, staggering 9 days. 9 days. Also, we have 2 days to wrap this up. Guess what? By the way, update on this. Your boy cleared out shop. Boom. I didn't play this much of, even though I know I should. It's good value there. I just, you know. Ugh. Anyways, it's just, I don't know, it's just, the game modes are fun, but it's just like a lot. Also the same shit. Anyways, also all these are done, all the story quests. Oh, by the way, the story for this was, I want to say, better than Liwei's, because just, I like Venti. I think Venti's just awesome, and he's like, out of all the gods, to me, that makes sense why people like him. Zhongli, I get, it's like his style and his cadence. But Venti as a soul, as a human being, as a character written, is to me like made to be lovable and endearing and stuff like that. So the story was fantastic. It was actually like a story where there's cutscenes, everything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love Venti, best boy. Anyways, let's do this quest real quick. I don't know, maybe this will be hard as shit. We're gonna go in there with my normal team, which is of course Xiao. Also, I got this little balloon, so if we wanted to fuck this balloon up, we could. So that's fun, but let's go ahead and put on rations. Xiao, you damaged boy, there it is. Alrighty. Okay, so the Contending Tides event, or yeah, is essentially going to be going on for 9 days, and it's going to be unlocking each day a new challenge. Of course, the start of it is welcome to easy mode, then it's don't sweat it, and then progressively it gets harder to want to know how I got these icicles. Nice. Wolverine things, got it. But yes, there is a time limit. We got tough enemies, we got challenges and goals, and we got slight effects, such as while fighting within an area, in this case, fighting in this area, this aura, not area, aura, you will gain an increased attack. So if you have an archer character or something like that, pretty massive. Additionally, when characters with full stamina hit opponents, while standing within an aura, they will unleash a shockwave. Interesting. Okay, so there's huge incentive to not run around. So yeah, if you happen to have like a Ganyu, you're gonna be pretty good, I think. Now also, if you complete the hardest difficulty, you will get the subsequent hard and normal difficulties if you play on extreme. Let's go balls out. I don't know how much we'll be able to do with this, because level 90. So normal is still pretty endgame. This is a very endgame-like event. Yeah, but again, well, no. Having characters that are not level 90, fighting level 90 characters is pretty rough. But I digress. Let us begin. We're doing extreme. We're gonna hope for the best, and try not to fuck it up. Basically, how I live my life. All right, perfect. This, and this. Ooh, you went down real fast. You went down faster than I thought it was gonna happen, but it happened. God damn. Actually, I'm kind of like Jesus. Huh. I mean, Xiao's really twisting the knife because she's saying worthless all the time, but yeah, I mean, I get it. Honestly, it kind of has a point at this point. We're gonna do one of these, we're gonna do one of these, we're gonna do this. This specific team I have, this is why like Spiral Abyss is a nightmare, because this character and this team is good, but I don't have like another equally as strong team. I'm working on it. Goddamn, if Hu Tao's artifacts would ever fucking spawn. Still, guys, 4 weeks. We're at the 4-week mark, and I still dedicated 4 weeks, a month. A whole big old month to to getting the things, and nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I'm referring to Hu Tao's artifacts. Haven't got lucky with any crit ones still. Yeah.
Great, yeah, that was where I wanted it to happen. Thank you. My best friend, buddy old pal, friend of mine. Now we're gonna do one of these, do this. We beat it. Yeah, but it was easy mode, so it could get rough real fast. Ha. Also, we completed the challenges that I didn't even know we had. It's easy mode, so let's not judge, because again, like, we're on easy. Welcome to easy mode. So theoretically, could pop off in a huge way. No, game, I just want to get, thank you. I wanted to get over and claim my rewards. By the way, the only real incentive is to do normal, which you need to be 85, so you need to be at, like, just getting into endgame in order to be able to get to that. And honestly, it seems like the like end tier rewards are simply just that, like experience books and some like talent books. And this is also something I want to talk about. We talked about like the 3 pillars basically. One of them is people like this, and then other people like this. These people are being satisfied, but these people are left hungry. These people I do feel like are the mass majority of people though, which is our people who are they're playing your game consistently. The reason why people roll or like wish is so that they can get characters that they like, but also that they can grow in strength. So I think these group of people are the majority of content of people, players, if I may be so bold. But this is something else. This is a reward preview. So this is what's gonna come unlocked. If I can dare to go, this is what's gonna come unlocked in 14 hours. Same thing. Primo gems, some books, and some money. Primo gems, books, and money. It adds up being 420 Primo gems. Hilarious. But to me, this is something that's also like just I'm at a loss, and I don't know what this is, why this is happening at all. Yeah, but like we used to get 60,000 for completing dailies or like things, you know. But also, we used to get a lot more than just 2 books and 3 experience books. Why are the rewards getting less? It doesn't, just because you were getting closer and closer to endgame doesn't mean people are getting like less necessary to have these resources. And this to me kind of plays with this idea that I've heard you guys talk about, which it's starting to become like harder and harder to not like agree with. But it's the notion of like MiHoYo's main directive is to make a shit ton of money, and one of the ways that they can do that is by constantly making you feel like you don't have enough resources, so that you will spend money on resin refreshes to get said resources. And then furthermore, at that point, the main content in Genshin arguably is characters, which is of course the thing that you monetarily have to pay for. But it ends up being kind of pointless when there's nothing to use those characters for. Again, even if MiHoYo wants to run this kind of monetary gambit, it seems like there's an inherent value in giving people a place to use those characters for more than maybe 20 minutes, or honestly, we beat this in fucking 5 seconds, or 5 minutes, or not even that, 3 minutes. But I digress. Again, it's kind of a little bold for us to say this right now, because again, this event could get just completely balls to the walls, hard as shit. Eventually, I don't know, because I think what they're gonna do, and I could definitely see them going about it this way, is they're probably going to start to nullify your characters. So I bet, like right now, I have Xiao as my heavy-hitting damage dealer. I bet they're going to have a thing in here that says like animo damage is reduced by 100%, or if you use animo damage, it's going to create kinetic feedback, and it's going to give you half of that damage. And you're like, all right, well then I'm just one banged if I do anything with animo. So then you have to get reach outside the box. And that's where things get a little dicey, a little harder in this situation. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I do think like the argument here is not that this isn't hard enough. To me, this isn't enough is the argument. You know what they could do? Because I try to do my best to like gauge what everyone else is feeling and how they're feeling it and why the choices are being made. Asking the why, so to speak. But for me, what I really need from this game, guys, is just like meaningful things to do. Like to me, the thing I hate so much is that when you're done doing the things that need to be done, you're kind of sitting there like, I don't know, I guess I could go like collect rocks. It's just like I feel like an asshole. Whereas if like that would be a lot less fucking horrific if I could go into like a battle arena and like beat down some enemies, collect their resources, and maybe have some like rocks and a book, a shit green book that I could farm every day up to like 5, and it was capped out on the amount of resources you could gain from this battle arena. It's the fact that content leaves to me that makes it just so fucking meaningless, because it's like why like it's almost like Yeah, it's like some sort of shitty one-night stand where it's like, yeah, it feels good for a second, but then like, what the fuck's the point? What the fuck's the point? It's the same old shit, and it's also just awful. Like, there's no emotional support here, fam. It's just nightmare. Okay. Hopefully in the future and 1.5, because I think everyone should just chill out until 1.5, because I feel like maybe even 1.6. To be honest, because 1.5 we already kind of know what's happening in 1.5, so they can't course correct too much. But hopefully in 1.6 they can be like, okay, we got you, we hear you, big yikes, you guys need something to aim for, you guys want more content, but you guys can't expect us just to do all that like now. But alas, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to know what you guys think. What do you guys think with the longevity and the future of Genshin Impact? I'm still going to be covering it. That's what we do here. Keep you guys up to date on everything and anything Genshin-wise. As well as, I want to make a video talking to you guys about, like, I don't know. I want, like, because I hope there's a way to talk about leaks without, like, but, like, making it like, hey, if you're going to come into this ass beating, you're going to get your head kicked in. Be careful. Don't come in here if you don't like spoilers. But to me, it's kind of like the best part of leaks is understanding and planning for the future. I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't know what should we say for this character? I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get Rosaria. If I'm lucky enough, get 3. That's probably not gonna happen though. But try to aim for Rosaria. Let's just aim in that direction. Hope for the best. But then I think I'm gonna go hard saving, and then go on the new weapon that's coming out. Maybe. I don't want to spoil it, but basically the only thing I'll say is Razor has a weapon that's on the pipeline that looks like fucking, like, if you're a Razor main, dude, it's a good time to be a Razor main. Okay. And it's not that the new characters don't look cool to me. It's just like, do I have the resources to level? That's kind of where I'm at. Like that, like it's almost MiHoYo's like way to make money marketing style is like creating a feedback that I'm like, fuck, it just hurts. I just got Hu Tao. I'm stuck in this like progression nullifying loop where I'm just like, fucking, what do I do? And I've already spent like probably $80 at this point, so it's not like I'm like having a not doing that. Like I'm just a free to play that refused to give this game any money. It's not that. It's just that the money that I did give it was fucking stupid and wasted nonsense, and you shouldn't buy fucking primo gems in this game. Maybe resin refills are the only argument that could be remotely okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you do enjoy the rest of your day. That's where my head's at when it comes to Genshin. Please let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. Jesus Christ. Fucking dogs are freaking out outside. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, bye. Damn,